Right, we're going for the player ratings against Spurs. Whether you're not enjoying the series or not, well, let me know in the comments. Smash the likes because likes do everything for a channel. So yes, you, the one that might not watch this content, it does not matter. As long as you're smashing the likes, it could push to a new subscriber and you might not even subscribe. So if you could do that, amazing. Let's get straight down into it, right? Larmans, Senna Larmans, strength to strength, this keeper. Another clean sheet. Not that there's many, but I gave him 6 out of 10. Just because you can see it for yourself on the whole screen. He made one save. Yeah, one save. And that kind of explains this game. There's not really anything to say outstandingly to other than 0.19 goals prevented. Played the whole game, was about 94 minutes in total, 95 minutes. There's not much to really say. It's that this kid is just, he looks like he's the real deal. He's going to be a top goalkeeper, just like the Hay was those many years ago. But if we're going to go on swiftly, Luke Shaw, 8 out of 10 is not much to really speak about other than he was mint. Yeah. Other than that weird across the park ball to Xavi Simons in the second half that nearly put a screamer in front of Lammers yet again because he's so prone to absolute screamers, right? I thought Luke Shaw was absolutely brilliant today. Made 3 tackles, 4 recoveries. He played most of the minutes as well before he come off. I really like Luke Shaw's performance. He was very aggressive. Even when he had to tuck in next to Maguire or even act as you could call him the left winger, but as a support player. The support player, I thought he was wicked. I think he was above the average. I would like to see him put a little bit more crosses in, but because of the 10 men, there was limited space. I just thought his link up was brilliant. Where we saw, Cunha, Bruno. We had Luke Shaw in that as well. I really enjoy Luke Shaw's performance, and I think out the fullbacks were just sensational. They really held the width when we needed to, and they tucked him when they needed to. And I think that's enough said about him. If we're gonna go on to Lissandro Martinez, 7.5 out of 10. You know what? I think I wish I made this an 8 out of 10 at this point. The same as Luke Shaw. If anything, I wish I could swap them around. But you know what? The data is the data right now. 2 tackles, 4 clearances, and 7 ball recoveries. He was yet again Michael Carrick's sensational partnership at the back with partnership that he's created with Maguire. He is strength to strength, passing forward. When it comes to actually getting involved, he was very aggressive against Solanke as well. Only gave away the 1 foul against him. I just thought he absolutely had him up, and them 2 ganged up on him. He is just a little mini maestro at the back. It makes no sense, but it makes sense for us. And he has absolute mentality. There's not many other real words that you can really keep saying about the butcher, right? But he butchered it today, not in a bad cool. So I gave him a 7.5 out of 10. I wish I gave him an 8 at this point because I gave Maguire the exactly same 7.5 out of 10. See, I don't think he was quite Lissandro. I think this is actually a fair rating. 2 blocks, 4 clearances, 2 recoveries. Again, it's the way he kept putting Solanke off. He didn't always try to go for the header in the air for me, from what I was seeing, right? He was very smart. He would just simply just block off his path and let Lissandro clean up. And he was doing that even with 11 men. You'd think there was one situation on the left-hand side where Solanke actually got the better of Maguire, but thanks to one of his recoveries on his stats, as you can see, this is where he thrives sensationally. It's just his reading of the game when he doesn't have this armband of the captaincy of Manchester United. He's just the revival of him. He's been so good since he's not had it, and fair play to him because he's remained professional when most of the fan base turned against him. But he has showed that he can be class when he's needed and also relied upon. It was actually quite unlucky, I would say, in a certain corner today because I thought it was a penalty. Um, Here we are, Michael Oliver, ladies and gentlemen, and Broccoli's and trees and the rest of it. But yeah, definitely decent. The low I gave a 9 out of 10. See, if it wasn't for a certain other individual, I'd be giving Diogo Dalot the man of the match. And when I kept saying about the fullbacks, he was just maybe because the assist happened, but again, the aggression, his reading of the game, especially on his 1v1. I know it was against Xavi Simons more time, and also against that young kid that came on at left back. But Diogo Dalot did not really. I can't remember him putting a foot wrong, other than letting a doggy maybe get across it. There you go. Mate, like just showing him onto his right foot rather than his left. That was the only thing I can nitpick, and that's not enough to nitpick. He was brilliant, and I've been on Diogo Dalot's case a lot. And you know what? He's keeping Mazarawi out of the team, so he deserves all the flowers, and he's been really good recently. But I've seen this story with him before. I like to call him a confidence merchant, but long may that confidence continue. He's at a great age, very prime age for Manchester United player, and we could do with more of these. I just hope it can actually develop into something stable, no injuries, more consistencies that we have seen. And you know what? This role really does suit him at the moment. Kudos to him. What a game today at Old Trafford. He was absolutely sensational, and he got the crowd going. Yeah, I was there. I was just above the tunnel. This moves on to Casemiro, 8.5 out of 10. This this absolute Casemiro, he is, oh my word, what a rock. What a rock. He is sensational. You know, the football has come back. It's come back to him. It is no more to again. He's like Lissandro at the moment. What other words does anyone have to describe about how sophisticated he looks in the middle of the park? So elegant on the ball, and you know what, the experience is oozing in the park. He is just a cut above everyone right now. You could argue he is acting as probably the best defensive midfielder in the league as it stands. Unless someone's got a better name for me right now, I don't know. Until Kamara maybe got injured for the rest of the season, he's up there, man. And what a bow out season if he can get Man United where he needs to get us, because he's just, oh my word, I'm buzzing just thinking about his performance today. It's not even just the areas he covers, right? Whether he's got his 2 interceptions, 3 recoveries as well. Oh, he even created a couple chances. He nearly scored. He actually probably should have got a goal if we're being very, very honest with ourselves in the first half. He is just a threat, whether it's defensively or attacking thirds. He's just a threat. He's brilliant. And you know what? I'm so happy for him. Honestly, goes to show, man, if you've got high enough IQ and you're a winner, there's a reason why you are who you are. And that's just the best description I can give him for today. He schooled the middle of the park. Paulinho couldn't get a sniff. Papsar, he read the game on Papsar really well. And I thought Papsar had some good moments. But his reading of him, especially, just to cut out any instance in the middle, right? I remember in the first half, especially when we were defending, there was one moment where Salah looked like he was free and he was going to get shot off, but he just closed the space to a minimal and didn't dive in. Absolute brilliant player. 8.5 out of 10. My man of the match goes to this man right here, Kobbie Mainoo. Yeah, 9.25. I had to add the 2.5 because I had to be that little bit better than Dalot. Yeah, I should have put 9.01 just to be fair. He won't get all the compilations of today's game. Sorry, this by the time this comes out, because my upload speed is that poor, it'll probably be tomorrow on a Sunday. But as I'm recording, oh my word, his positioning. He lost the ball once, right? That was a foul as well from Michael Oliver. Didn't call it. Didn't lead to anything. But in terms of just closing passing lanes, dribbling past players, he was echoing elegance. He was silky as crap. Oh my God, you'd call him a silkworm. He was bobbing and weaving, the drop in the shoulder. Conor Gallagher, what he did to him, he sent him back to Atletico Madrid and said, you can get a refund from Tottenham. He is the future. He hasn't had a bad game since his return. He is fresh. This is the biggest signing we could have of January. Yes, I said it. It's a bit in your PR. Kobbie Mainoo is basically a brand new signing. And what a signing that is. For me, Kobbie today, what he was doing especially in the attacking third of the pitch, just linking play, yeah, even creating chances. I don't even know why that's not even a stat there. Big up you though, Connor, but we needed some of that right there. He was brilliant. Him just to Ahmad or him to Cunha, 1-2's threading it in. Even the 1-2 with Cunha in the path, and I thought Cunha should have shot it, but he didn't. He ended up flipping, trying to pass it, overplaying Kobbie Mainoo was sick. Even just getting back, brilliant. Oh my word. The TV won't show everything, but I promise you now, anyone that disagrees or tries to even slander him saying it was an average game, this was top tier for a central midfielder. He is England's future. He is Manchester United's future, and he's going to have a big future. He wicked player, such a wicked player. Honest to God, I wish I could see another 90 minutes of him as quickly as possible. He's special, right? Let's keep going. We got Bruno Fernandes, 9 out of 10. This is one of Bruno's for me, and I'm not hearing 10 men tax. He was, again, flawless. Look how many touches. You can see it for yourself. 83 touches. Everything basically pretty much went through Bruno today, and they couldn't touch him. This mature Bruno Fernandes is magnifico settings. This is the chant that he's got that I can see now why people love this man so much, and I'm starting to love him as well. Honestly, he should have had an assist. If he got that assist for Sesko, I think his levels go from 9 point to 9.2. Let's just call it 9.5. Unplayable today. Unplayable. There's situations where he could even add another goal. Even his goal was so precise in that corner. He is Manchester United's best player by a mile. And I'm not afraid to say it. I don't want to hear agendas. I don't know how anyone even wants to slander him. That's our captain. That's our leader right now. And Man United need to do everything they can in the summer to make sure he signs a new deal and we can move further forward. Obviously, there's contemplation about him going to Saudi, but 1 year too soon. We need to transition correctly, and we're not going to have a potent enough attacking team without him in the side. Imagine what you could do with him when Kobbie's got even more legs around him, like with Bruno. Kobbie is legs, underrated legs, you could say that. But with likes of Anderson or even Baleba, it's just his job is going to be so much easier just to create. He's not just a bomb. He's not treating the ball as a bomb anymore. He is sensational. And you know what, Bruno, my bad. Sorry for getting onto you for so many years. But yeah, he's definitely a different player, different kettle of fish, a cut above, easy. Man, I'm gonna give a 7. I'm not going to give it a bog standard 6. I'm just going to give it a 7. I think Aman needs to learn to be a little bit more selfish again, but he created 3 chances, and his role is so under the radar. He's got no idea what he does at times. Like, we have no idea, shall I say, or the casual to even say. Of course, he has an idea. He's playing in a team. For what role he has under Carrick, it's keeping the width, and not even just keeping the width. It's running at fullbacks, getting them yellow carded like a doggy today. Couldn't touch him, bypassing him, getting down the byline, cutting the ball back. There was a situation after situation with him, and he was absolutely, again, brilliant. Give it a 7 just because he didn't get on the end of things or didn't get a couple goals or assists. His overall gameplay was what I expect of Ahmad. If you want to get up to that upper echelon levels of 8s, 9s, and 10s, you have to do something a little bit extra special, even the play before the goal goes in, anything along them lines. But Ahmad is Mr. Consistency. He is star boy of Man United. He is, again, I think, one of 2, maybe one of 3 top talented players that can. He has that itch for me about him that can get from that level 1 from here to just up there and just basically better than the rest. We've got a real good crop of talent, and he is a part of that crop. Other than that bit of hair coming off his head, but you know what? Each to their own. Do whatever you want. I don't really care. You are brilliant. I love him. I love him. I love him. I love another man. I don't care. But again, work rate underrated. Just getting back, securing Dalot. Him and Dalot got creating such a beautiful relationship on the pitch. Need to see more. Can't wait to see more. Moving on to the next one, we got Brian and Bumo, 7.5 out of 10. Got the goal, the early goal. Some nice touches in the middle of the park, especially when it was 10 men. I think he's broken down a little bit of narrative that he can't do it against a low block because he finds space. There's some situations which why he didn't get an 8 or 8.5 out for me is because, one, I feel like he could got another goal. Just like everybody else, I think he could have been a little bit more selfish as well. And then on top of that, it's just making sure the correct decision has been at play from his perspective. There's certain moments in the second half where he could have played Ahmad in and he went to the left and he got blocked, and it was just like, if you lift your head up a little bit more, you might find yourself in much better positions. Played left wing, didn't even play that strike, so you can't even say that he can't do that striker because he was doing a different role, holding the whip, because Tottenham really like to use the flanks because they got nothing going on for them down the middle. He was, again, another player that is off the ball has been really underrated, but he has now got 9 goals for the season and an assist, so that brings him to double GA at the very least. brilliant player. Love seeing him play, honestly. And again, like I said, the narrative that he can't play against these low blocks, which Tottenham did provide in the second half, especially, is utter nonsense, utter woke nonsense. Again, he's definitely an output player. Might not wow everyone, might not be the guy that takes players on 24/7, but when he gets going, that man is rapid. Rapid. Uh, Moving on, Cunha. Out of all the teammates out of today, I'm going to give him the lowest for now. I did think he was really involved. 6.5 is not a bad rating. It's just that you didn't do anything that spectacular like you did in the last few games like that. Again, I think Cunha, like the other lot, I can't say much other than just be a little bit more selfish like you used to be. Not too much, but the course of overplaying is nice to see his 1-2s and everything. And again, today he played a bit more of a false nine role. And he's the reason why we dominate the midfield the way we did, him and Bruno Fernandes. It was a new thing that I've seen from Carrick, because this time it was more Mbumo still acting as the striker technically, but very, very differently. You'd find that Bruno was a lot higher up than coming back. So new tactics, new way of playing. I just thought Cunha just, again, average performance, I'd say, for his standard. He just again, sometimes just getting down the byline. Sometimes he was on the right, sometimes he was on the left. Could have just been a better day for him, but I think he still had a good game. This is not, it's not bad. It's just you done your job, I suppose, isn't it? We got the win, and you was a big part of that. And unlucky to not get a goal as well. Moving on to Benjamin Sesko, I think we're going to start going on to our substitutions. I'm not too sure if I missed any. But Benjamin Sesko, 6 out of 10 for me. Bog standard, could have got a goal, didn't happen. Not the impact we didn't see of obviously last week, but he barely got on the ball. Again, just the bog standard, 6 out of 10. Can't really say much about his performance. Mazraoui again comes on the pitch. Got the last few minutes for Luke Shaw in the extra time, got about 8 minutes in total. But again, didn't really put a foot wrong. Put in a really nice cross as well. Could have maybe got something else on that part. I think he got fouled. Anyone else? But again, didn't have enough to kind of make that serious impact that we needed. Not that we did need it. It's simple. Garte, again, he actually made a really nice block and a really nice recovery at one point. But again, same as everybody else. Xerxes, another top one of them, 6 out of 10. Again, it would have been nice to see a little bit more from these guys getting on maybe a little bit earlier. It'd be nice to see how they might get along and if they could actually make some useful impacts. But yet again, 6 out of 10. And even Tyler Fletcher, again, same thing. Barely played. He came on at the 89th minute. Kobbie Mainoo got a standing ovation from the crowd. And then, got about 5 minutes. Debut, I believe. Tyler Fletcher. There you go, 6 out of 10. Well, people, smash the likes. If you like this sort of content, let me know. Anything else? Again, subscribe. We're going to be back again next week after we play West Ham. I'm not going to the game, so I can actually be on time releasing this stuff. So, yeah, in a bit, people. Make sure you are doing the goods. In a bit.